Day 1. It's New Year's Day 2008. No one can touch me. Not today. All offices are closed, transportation is scarce, and I live on a dead-end street. It's snowing like mad. Big, bright, heavy snowflakes. I can see footprints if I look for them, and then, in a matter of minutes, they're gone. Classical music is playing on the radio in the background. It's interrupted every so often by the sound of a jolly but not snidely enthusiastic DJ. I picture him looking not unlike Santa Claus in civilian clothes. He guffaws and chums around with the listener as he describes the significance of the music he's about to play. He notes how apropos the selections seem along with the wintry New England scene outside. I know, however, that he's in a municipal building without a scrap of window on the world. No one can touch him. Not today. Today, he sits alone with the masters, 2 CD players, and a giant mixing board lovingly preparing the next round of magic for the ears. I could call him with a request, but why? He's creating the soundtrack to my present world, and somehow it's perfectly in sync. He knows his stuff, and I'm just going along for the ride. And right now, the ride is pure Capra. Black and white, yet timeless and vibrant. In a word, perfect. Today is a day when so many people have time, some by duress, to sit and think about the things that will transpire in the following 364 and a half days. A great deal are feeling the effects of a long night of debauchery, some continuing on so as to stop their head from throbbing with pain, and to allay the plans for the following year just a little longer. Countless people have started to enact countless resolutions. Some are familiar and frayed but still usable. Some are foreign and excitedly fresh. Some arrive subconsciously in costume, astonishingly recognizable only from the faintest of features. Others still are content in the state of their union, whomever or whatever it may be with. Presently, I sit alone at my desk, the other half of my world connected by phone, even more removed as the phone has no cord, no connection, no tracks. Just a signal which comes in and out in varying strengths to my ears and from my mouth until a little beeps tell me I've been talking too long and have to switch to the one that is connected. The one that's just a little louder and has a slight buzz brought to me, no doubt, by the electronic devices that I'm currently staring at. It's awkward and has oversized buttons that are not unlike a toss-across for grown-ups. No one can touch me. Not today. Tomorrow, I start to clean up the mess I've created over the last 37 years. I probably shouldn't count the first few formative ones when you're not really exactly in charge of your situation, but then again. Today, I took down last year's calendar. I get one every December at my bank, and it's a decent free scorecard for the coming months. Last year's one is full of upcoming appointments that I may or may not have kept. On certain days, I've drawn an X in marker or pen. Each X represents a day I did not do what I know I shouldn't. Some months, all the days are completely crossed out. Some have weeks with 3 at a time, and then a few off. A few at a time, and a few off. If I squint my eyes and run them across the days and weeks in succession, it's not unlike the way I picture the sound from a reel of motion picture film to work. The film in this case is fine. The projector, however, is defective. The dialogue runs for a sentence or two, and then haphazardly slows. Accelerates, slows again. Accelerates, plays at correct pitch. Then speeds up at fever pitch and suddenly, furiously flies off the reel, leaving an out-of-control flap, 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 flap sound until a projectionist notices and comes to the rescue. In my movie theater, I'm the film, projector, and operator. The house is full. No one's asked for their money back yet because they have hope. They're patiently waiting for the person in charge to correct the situation so they can enjoy the communal experience at hand. We're currently somewhere in the middle of the story, and not to be too cliche, are waiting for the inevitable plot twist. But this calendar, as I've said, is new. It's a virginal template. Nary a speck of ink has made its way to the pages, good or bad. The only marks on it are the fingerprints which I have left putting it up on the wall. Marks the eye cannot see. As I approach this new year, I have a plan. No more X's. Because putting an X through a day in which I have achieved my goal allows for the idea that somewhere, amongst the gels which run together in succession, that there is or will be a break, an impasse, a mistake. I have no more room for mistakes, and I can't afford to lose one patron who'll walk out angrily and demand their money back. It's bad enough that they spent their hard-earned time patiently waiting for me to right my obvious wrongs, but to have it happen even one more time would be unforgivable. People don't go out as much as they used to anymore. We all know that. No one can touch me. Not today. The snow has stopped and my tea has gone cold. Night soon will hold hostage the beautiful sparkling light that has spent its precious time with me today. Somehow, in my first few conscious hours of 2008, I feel as if I have eclipsed all of my waking hours of the last year. This is good. This has substance. This is my life, but it is not mine alone. Whether I'm willing to admit it or not, I must share this life, this spark, this blood, this lust, this malaise, excitement, laughter, sadness, joy, hope, envy, desperation, and contentment. I must share this tiny space I occupy with 6 billion other people, all involved in the same production. I must be selfless, or I will, as they say, chew up the scenery. As much as I want to know what happens in the end, for now, I'll settle for a dramatic pause. No one can touch me. Not today.